floating in between. I'm moving on and I don't know where I'm gonna go. But let me tell you this, the one thing I know. When you feel young and your world becomes what it's meant to be, what it's meant to be. In my heart I'm 22, but I know that's not the truth. So I'll just dream beneath the stars. Remember what we used to do, hand in hand, just me and you. Those days just seem so far away. 'Cause time's moved on and I don't know where I wanna go. But no more looking back, there's one thing I still know. When you feel young and your world becomes what it's meant to be, what it's meant to be. When you feel young and your world becomes what it's meant to be, what it's meant to be.
I told you that I would stay, I told you that I would run. For your heart I would chase, 'cause it was only us. Used to do this for kicks, I used to do this for fun. Said for you that I'd change, 'cause you are my one. I said I'm not the best, I just don't get what you see in me. You said let your mind rest, 'cause I will love your heart completely. My heart is yours, I hope you know that I will run, 'cause you're my home. You said we'll try our best, and I said I don't let up easy. So if you want my scars, if you want my heart, then I'm all yours, really. My heart is yours, I hope you know that I'm yours, you're my home. want my scars, if you want my heart, then I'm all yours, really. My heart is yours, hope you know that I'm yours, you're my home. My head is heavy, let me lay it down. Into your lap I would love to drown. I need that story I used to hear, to run on and to and disappear. I won't lie down and I won't, I won't lie down, and I can't do this without you. I won't lie down and I won't, I won't lie down, and I can't do this without you. Your stories, they come from the heart, glue me together and tear me apart. Your stories, they come from the heart, glue me together and tear me apart. I won't lie down and I won't, I won't lie down, and I can't do this without you. I won't lie down and I won't, I won't lie down, and I can't do this without you. Your stories, they come from the heart, glue me together and tear me apart.
Sorry I kept you waiting forever and a day, but now we're out here together with nothing standing in our way. Can you Taking over your body, it's flowing through your mind. This feeling's got me on fire. Don't ever leave it all behind. Can you feel the attraction? Feel the attraction. Can you feel it between us? This energy's inside us like electricity. Feel the love running through like electricity. Feel the love.
I need to know why you're all about me. A miracle, how are you so carefree? Living a dream, I'm running in circles. 'Cause help me find my way through your atmosphere till the stars don't shine in the morning. Would you take my hand? Will you have no fear? We can stay up late telling stories. Let me fall apart, come and save me. I need ya. We can take this far, we just have to start. I need to know why you're all about me. A miracle, how are you so carefree? Living a dream, I'm running in circles. 'Cause I need ya. Wanna feel your touch, let me be the one waking next to you in the morning. We won't have too much, but we'll both have us. That's enough to make it, don't worry. Let me fall apart, come and save me. I need ya. We can take this far, we just have to start. I need to know why you're all about me. A miracle.
What's happening, boys? How you all doing? I didn't have a mic blunder this time around where my mic wasn't on for the first minute and a half. So I hope you guys are proud of me for that one. But welcome one, welcome all to another AFC Wimbledon stream. This time around, we are facing off against Gillingham, who are in form right now. They did have a couple of... Hold on one second. Fuck. Usually have the lineups pulled up. Okay, there's one of the blunders. They did sign a couple of key players, notably 2 of them from Mansfield, who have actually scored their last 4 goals in their last 2 games. Hawkins and Lapsley, both from Mansfield Town. Hawkins, he's not the tallest striker in the world, but he can jump very high, and he's got a good header about him. So, decent striker all around, decent finishing, alongside Nichols, who they signed from Crawley Town as well. So, you know, 2 very key striking signings to replace, what was his face? They also have Mikhail Mandrin as well, right? No, I don't think they have him anymore. I'm not sure. But anyway, they lost, what's his face? I forgot his name, but they released a striker last season. That black dude, I forgot. I don't remember his name. Fuck, I'm sorry. But anyway, they have a couple key signings. They have Che Alexander, of course, so they're bound to be good. No, Che Alexander. But they have a good midfield too. I mean, they have Alex McDonald on that right hand side. Sorry, he's played plenty of seasons in League 1 and League 2 for Burton Albion. Helped them got promoted actually from League 2. A little bit older now. Maybe his legs are gone a little bit, but he's still a very good player all around on that right-hand side. So, I mean, we're up against it. Not really the best ending to a football game last time around. We sat back after the 2-0. We sat back, invited pressure, and Armani Little, maybe Lee Brown in that instance too, but definitely Armani Little losing his mark in the second goal. Just poor defending all around. We'll see how we bounce back against that with a pretty much unchanged, well, two changes I just noticed. McAteer starting for Chislett. That's a big one. Chislett on the bench for the first time in months now. I did say in my post-match analysis last time out that I wouldn't be surprised to see McAteer starting, but I thought that it would take him maybe 1 or 2 more games until he starts. I thought he'd be coming off the bench, you know, fresh legs, whatever. But I do not mind seeing McAteer starting at all. I think he's lively. I think, you know, off the ball, makes some good runs. And, yeah, I think he'll be okay. Harry Pell starting at Cam today. You know, wins the knockdowns. Can really provide on the attacking end. Davison starting once again. Didn't really have his best... He was pretty quiet last time around. Won a few knockdowns, but other than that, you know, not really the usual Josh Davison that we're used to seeing. Didn't really run around as much. Yeah. Probably just a one-off. I mean, he has played a lot. Maybe give him a little bit of rest if he doesn't play well this game either. Also, Woodyard looked a little leggy last time. But he is starting alongside Armani Little in the defensive mid positions. Brown and Nightingale. Interesting. Nightingale starting for the very first time this season. I think his first appearance just in, well, he played like the first 4 games, and then ever since then just kind of pissed off. But here he is on the team sheet again, on the starting lineup alongside Lee Brown. Slightly concerning because Nightingale obviously hasn't played since, what, September? But we'll see. Gunter Curry starting. That's good. That's good. All right. So we got a few positives, a few concerns as well against an informed Gillingham side. I'm gonna predict a 1-1. But where's the goal gonna come from? I'm gonna say McAteer or Davison. McAteer or Davison. With an assist from Al-Hamadi. I think Al-Hamadi looked fantastic last time out. His best game of the season so far. Great assist and also great key pass to the build-up of the second goal. But yeah, anyway, I expect a lot of numbers from AFC Wimbledon in terms of the away support. And we'll see how that support looks, of course, in the worst away end in the EFL. But I'm going to grab my headphones. Let me make sure we're all situated. The fuck? There we go. Reeling, yes. I think that's a good way to put it. Let's listen to the Gillingham commentary for now, and if I don't like it, I'll switch back. Oh. Okay, AFC Wimbledon in their red. Nicely done. I do like to see it. Alright, let me set up my scoreboard. We're about to start. Don't mind me, I'm going to be eating for like the first 3 minutes of the stream. But anyway, bit of a long kickoff, but Gillingham win the header, and now they're in possession. Setting up the scoreboard. Oh, already on the left-hand side here. Good pressure there from Gunter, forcing them all the way back. Is this working? Oh, top of the 18-yard box. Will Nightingale gets in a challenge. Nice introduction from him off of a knockdown header. No, it's not 2-2. 0-0. Alright, let me pull up the lineups as well and make sure I'm good. Oh, short free kick here on the right-hand side. McDonald. Gunter plays it back out of play. Throwing here for the Gills. They might have a long throw. That header was so poor there from Lee Brown. Thankfully it gets cleared away. Barely got anything on it. McAteer clearing away, Davison holding it up. Not the best square ball there. Woodyard gets in a challenge though. Tries to play Pell, but cut out by number 38. Attaboy, Willie. Forcing Hawkins out of bounds, but gets a little touch out of play. I'm going to try to recognize some of the players here for the Gills. Jeffries, Dieng, McDonald. Amani Little gets in the challenge. Ooh, clearance not fully away. Blocked. Corner kick for Gills. Gills a little bit of off-the-ball press here early. And forces a corner. One second. Okay. Just washing my hands real quick. What the fuck? Who was in the back post? Hawkins completely unmarked in that back post. Thankfully, he gets his volley was wide of the frame. Or it was over the bar, rather. iFollow didn't really show who was marking him, but completely unmarked back post Hawkins. That is definitely a concern there defensively. Counter tries to lump it forward to nobody in particular. Harry Pell, though, picks up a 50-50 ball, goes to ground, as he usually does. Yeah, it's a foul. Pell milking it a bit, though. As usual.
The Wimbledon players always pay for it to get on the end of it, and in that situation, you know, it's easy to say it, but it's possibly wiser just take the foot off the gas and not go for it. And he's caught him late, and I think the referee absolutely right to get a card.
All right, free kick here from about 35 yards out. I don't think we've had a set piece goal this season, have we? I'm not sure. I don't recall having a scoring from a set piece that wasn't a free kick, a direct free kick. Oh, training ground move. Kalambai holding it up. Or Al Hamadi, sorry. Kalambai. Al Hamadi's frame is like, it kind of looks like Kalambai's. Anyway, but his first touch was off his chest. Too far, too heavy. Gets shrugged off for a goal kick. Little training ground move though there, as it's like a little curler towards the middle. And Al Hamadi looked to control it and take a shot, but nothing doing. Al Hamadi holding it up, playing it square to Woody. Or Curry. Cuts inside, as he usually does. Oh! Decent cross, decent delivery from Lee Brown, as you expect. That one was a floater with plenty of pace. Back post was Al Hamadi. He was wide open, or wasn't wide open. He was open, but the center back got a tiny little flick, or the center mid Jeffries out for a corner. Just enough on the flick. Al Hamadi was waiting for that. Oof. Keeper couldn't really control it that well. Keeper tried to collect, didn't get much on it. The clearance was only partial. And then McAteer with a left-footed volley deflected out. That was goal-bound for sure. Plenty of pace on that too from McAteer on the half volley. That was blocked in the end by Lapsley, the signing from Newport. Or, no, Mansfield. Tutonda gets his head on the switch of the play there. McAteer tries to get a toe on it, but he does, but throw in for Gills. A little bit of a tussle between Tutonda and McAteer. McAteer's on the ground, though. Let me look at that again. Tutonda wins the first header. McAteer shielding the ball and gets out-muscled. He does get, yeah, a little bit of a kick out there from Tutonda as he tried to actually clear the ball, and then a little poke away from McAteer. It's not a foul. I mean, it is a foul, but it wasn't no malintent on that one from Tutonda, but I think it technically is a foul. The ball already went out of play, though, before he actually kicked McAteer, so maybe no foul there. Should have been a foul if it were in play. I mean, so far, first 8.5 minutes, AFC Wimbledon looked to be not on the back foot per se, but last 2 or 3 minutes they possessed. Nothing really much to talk about here in these first 8 or 9 minutes, aside from a pretty clear chance from the Gills that was not taken from the corner, back post unmarked. Concern. Bad clearance there from Gunter. McDonald, top of the 18-yard box, switches the play to the right-hand side. Cleared away in the end. Al-Hamadi's holding it up here now. Tutonda's on the defense. Long ball by Armani Little finds its way to Harry Pell in the corner. Back to McAteer. McAteer's cross-blocked. That's good defending there in the end by Gillingham. By Tutonda, who gets the block in from McAteer initially, and then out for a throw. I'm going to take a look at some results every now and again. Nothing on that? Come on. 38, Dieng. Tutunda Alexander. Yeah. Jeffries. Still memorizing a couple players. I'm almost there, though. Ouch. Knocked down one there. Alexander picks up a partial errant clearance, but we pick it up in the end. Woodyard, come on. Get out of pressure, nice. Foul. Why are they talking about the Southeast Division? Nobody cares. It's like the 6th division. The fuck? Oh, Nichols holding it up. Oh, shit. Well, I didn't see what happened because something just popped up. Foul committed by, let's see, I'm going back. Nichols was holding it up. Foul committed by Armani Little after the ball found its way to Hawkins. Just a little bit of a silly foul there from Armani Little, just kind of stabbing at him. Was never going to get there as he was shielding it. Hawkins. It's going to be a free kick for McDonald to take. That's a decent one. Will Nightingale, though, just getting his head on it over the bar. Diving header, too. Nicely done by Nightingale to control that. Nicely done there, Nightingale. That was a really good ball, too. Top of the 6-yard box felt perfectly in that area. And Nightingale just shepherding it out. The away support's okay. It could be better, it could be worse. I would estimate roughly 400, 500, not 400. Oof. Yeah, foul on Nichols on the back post there. Zanev with not the best goal kick in the world, but it finds its way back to the center back as it was deflected off the head of somebody. Jeffries on the left now, pressured by Woodyard, just sprinting, trying to get there. Whoa. It's good work there by Gillingham. Che Alexander was put under pressure by Curry immediately. Left back v left back battle, but Alexander plays a first time ball square to somebody and then that person gets fouled. Jeffries on the left now for Gills. Nichols is offside, yep. And they played it forward to Nichols, and Nichols came back from an offside position. Throw on for the Dons, though, as Tutonda clears it. Like he looked like he was going to shield it out for a goal kick, but then he changes his mind and clears his lines. Nice little flick over the top by Woodyard. McAteer on the right-hand side, defended by Tutonda. Beats him. Couldn't get past Lapsley. Good challenge there by Lapsley, anticipating that Tutonda would have gone beat, gets his foot in, stuck in the challenge, and then eventually draws the foul. Nightingale partially wins it, but Nichols, top of the 18, switches the play. Good cross back post. Zanev collects. Alright, just knocking around here. When? Well, if you're asking when, you can see it right now. 17th minute. Where you can see the match? Unfortunately, you can only watch it on iFollow. It's a paid subscription service. Oh, through to Jeffries. Oh, Gunter gets beat, man. He tries to get stuck in the challenge and just weak challenge put in there. Gets beat completely, but thankfully the cross is low to Zanev, and Zanev collects. Very poor cross from Jeffries. He was waiting for the support to come in. He tried to slide it down the 6-yard box, but it was way too close to Zanev, thankfully. But that was a very poor challenge, or lack thereof, from Gunter. Just kind of dives in and doesn't actually commit to the challenge very, very highly there. He was trying not to commit the foul, but still. Alright. Come on, man. Throw in. Are you betting? Are you betting on the game? Or are you a Gillingham or AFC Wimbledon supporter? Or just a neutral? regardless of who you support, welcome along.
I'd have to say, I mean, it's they're almost, if it was basketball, it's almost heading into the realms of team fouls here from Wimbledon. They're not messing about. I'd have to say the visitors, if they, they're more than happy to put their bodies in there and knock people over.
Bit of a more old-fashioned fourth division approach as a game used to be like this at this level of football.
Well, a few years ago,
didn't it? But
very
not so
true.
much now.
Well, hopefully, but yeah, that's how it is. You've got to mix it with this, and there may be something you know about quality.
Morris clears that one long, looking for Hawkins, gets the header, wins.
Hawkins wins the header, but it falls to the feet of Little. He clears his lines. Oh, go on, Oh, Hamadi. Davison tried to make a run a little too early. He stopped his run, and that's when Al Hamadi tried to play through ball, all the way to the keeper. A little bit of miscommunication between Al Hamadi and Davison. Davison's hardly even got a touch of the ball so far. Throw in for the Dons. Taking a while to be thrown.
We described that earlier on as a must-win game for Maidstone United. This one and the Scunthorpe game with them both opponents also in the bottom four. Gillingham on the attack here. Nichols an attempted header into the area, cleared by the Wimbledon defence. Up towards
Almighty holding it up.
there for Wimbledon. Gets it wide to the left-hand side.
Curry's gonna. His first touch takes him down the wood. Brilliantly done. Square ball to Curry. His first touch was heavy down the line, and he draws the foul. That's what we've been missing these last 2 or 3 games. Jack Curry going down the wing, helping out on the attack, while Lee Brown, can put a good ball into the box. We really miss somebody that could really create his own space.
It's a scrap.
And I don't mind Lee Brown as a center back. I mean, obviously Pierce is injured, and Pierre had a very difficult time after coming in for Pierce. I think maybe he wasn't fully fit, lost his mark a couple times, or got outpaced, I should say, in some of those through balls. And yeah. Anyway, looks like that's Pell. It looks like a legitimate injury though. Pell is down right now. Clash of heads. It was actually Pell initiating that one. He ran towards the top of the 18 to try to win a header that was from a ball played in. That looked rough. Crawley nil, Carlisle 2. Not the best result. I mean, Carlisle's in second anyway. Swindon and Sutton are winning their respective matches, so not good results there either. Yes, Sutton is a team we definitely do not want to get a result. They are in 8th, sitting just outside the playoff spots. Salford, yeah, they just went 1-0 up over Mansfield. That's also not very, well, actually, neutral, I guess. They're both in 6th and 7th, respectively. But a draw would be nice.
It's a much better squad. There's much more depth to it than there was previously. But as we said, it's work in progress. There's still a lot to do here. We're not the finished.
McDonald trying to get a little ball over the top there. Cleared away. Back to McDonald. Woodyard a little slow there. Gets in the challenge though. I was going to say a little slow to release it as Hawkins came careening in. But he somehow maintained possession.
Yes, I'm not sure that there's too much of a beautiful game at the moment, but that's how it is in a lot of games in League Two.
We need a little more movement off the ball. I mean, we haven't been in possession all that much, but a lot of the times we try to switch the play and whatnot, but we need a little bit more movement off the ball. Just kind of slow start. Defensively sound aside from like the 3rd minute chance back post from the corner, but Gunter with the cross. So that's a decent one. Keeper punched it away. That's really good control from the striker. Hawkins plays it square. Zanev. Yeah, I'm not doing too much commentary because I want to mix in the commentary with the I follow commentary. I'm just gonna try to. I'm fucking tired. I'm always tired. I always have to wake up at like 6:30 for these. It's 7:26 a.m. here in California. Woodyard tried to play it square from a ball that was in the air, picked off, nothing. Get up, Lapsley. Oh, a couple of challenges won by both sides. Nightingale was the one who was on Lapsley's back, and Lapsley just went down easy. McAteer has so much space on the right-hand side. What can he do? He immediately tries to switch the play. Just take the space there. Come on. Oh, Davison, go on. Down to 6. Poked away by Jeffries, I think. I was going to say Davison just kind of faked one way and went the other and beat his man for pace there. Tutonda. That was a nice little bit of skill there by Davison. Yeah, but it was Dieng actually that got in that challenge initially on the top of the 6 when the ball's played in. Good positioning defensively there from the center mid. Header won by Nichols over Nightingale, or it was Hawkins won the header over Nightingale, and then Nightingale commits the foul. That was the foul that was committed earlier on Hawkins, yep. Gotta say Nightingale's had a decent game so far. Aside from that, obviously he had to run all the way to the midfield, maybe overcommitted a little bit on that one. And Nketiah is not starting for Arsenal. Who's playing ahead of him? Because Jesus is still injured, I'm sure. What is the Arsenal lineup looking like right now? I do want to see Arsenal win the league low-key, though. I don't want to see City. They win the league every other year. I know Arsenal are a London club, right? But I'd rather have them winning over fucking Chelsea. We all hate Chelsea over here at AFC Wimbledon. I say over here as if I actually live there. What the fuck? Anyway, Arsenal are 1-0 up, actually, over Leicester. They're playing Leandro Trossard at striker. Interesting. Trossard's been pretty decent for them so far, but as a striker, I don't know. They're maybe like a false 9 or something. Either way, though, I mean, Arsenal as a false 9 is dangerous. They can play it around at any moment. Anyway, I stopped talking about the game for a bit. Gillingham just had possession. They went to the left-hand side, and they were shepherded out by McAteer. McAteer put the pressure on and forced out. Oh, still 0-0, I guess. Okay. Gotta love VAR. Oh, that's bad. Woodyard and, trying to see who else that was. Was that Dieng? I think Woodyard and Dieng both going for a header there. That was a really rough clash of heads. Oof. Both of them are down. That would be a tough loss for the Jills. Dieng, another player that was signed in the transfer window by from Exeter City. Man, that looks bad. Both of them are down. Not really making any effort to get up yet. Trainers are taking care of them. Mansfield are down 2-0 against Salford. Okay, they're down bad. Who did they actually get in the transfer window? Because I know they lost both Lapsley and Hawkins. Boateng from JaggyDons. They got Anthony Hartigan on a free. Callum Johnson. They got Harbottle from Nottingham on a loan transfer. Riley Harbottle. There's nothing really too much to write home about. We got a substitution coming in for the Jills for Dieng. What else is going on in the Premier League so far? Nothing. All 0-0 so far. Yeah, still a bit of a delay here. What else is going on? Let's see. EFL Championship. What's this? Middlesbrough are down 2-0 against West Brom. West Brom are, they're an okay side, but to be 2-0 down against them already, interesting. All right, here we go. Finally, we're back in play. And I think it's gonna be a drop ball, right? A free kick? Oh, okay. I mean, we take those. It looked like Woodyard and it looked like it was a 50-50 challenge between Woodyard and Dieng, but we'll take that. Oh no, it's a drop ball. It's a drop ball. Okay, Wimbledon in possession here, or a drop ball that was in AFC Wimbledon's possession. Uh-oh. Now Nichols is down. Yeah, referee stopped play. It's not a head injury, so the referee's not forced to stop it, but I mean it wouldn't be fair for them to try to force AFC Wimbledon to kick it out of bounds just for them when Zanev is in possession. It looked like a non-contact at first, but let me look back to see what happened exactly. Amer clears it. Nightingale was going up for a header against Nichols, and Nichols, I think, He pulls up, either landed wrong or Nightingale might have caught him by accident while going up for the header. It looked like a non-contact because he was holding his. Yeah, because he was holding on to like the bottom of his kneecap / the shin area. Looked like non-contact, perhaps. I'm not sure. Another sub. Nichols is coming off. That's a loss. That is definitely a loss for the Gills. Well, it's not a sub. He's coming off for now. Yeah, I got you. Just a little bit, just a hair. Okay, so it's not a sub. He's just coming off for the time being. I was gonna say that would have been a huge loss for the Gills because Tom Nichols is a solid striker.
This is a battle now. I think that not only have we had a couple of players injured, one of whom unfortunately is in a position at the moment to continue, but this isn't pretty for Wimbledon, and I think we've got to stand up and be counted.
Yeah, first 35 minutes. I mean, nothing really to write home about. Neither team with a clear-cut chance aside from the Gills in the 3rd minute. Davison was trying to receive a throw in there, goes to ground. I thought maybe, yeah, Tutonda kind of putting some pressure on him, but I thought maybe a little bit of a clash of cleats there. Maybe catches him a little bit, but goal kick for the Gills. Seems to me like a well officiated game though.
I suppose they're quite cute, Wimbledon. They're taking in turns to foul people.
Part of the game, but now can Gillingham break them down with some
Lapsley with the header.
There's Lapsley. Applied to Jeffries. Jeffries now on the left-hand side is Tom Nichols. Got McDonald behind him. Instead goes to Tutonda. Williams.
Looks like Gunter puts the pressure on there. A little ball over the top intended for Jeffries, but Nightingale shielding it out. Nicely done. There were 2 people on Nightingale. He was able to shield them both out. He's had a good game so far, Willie. Actually, no, that was Al-Hamadi. Pardon me. He was the one that was shielding it.
Just a bit of over-enthusiasm from Jeffries. Just got too tight when he didn't need to. Just let him have a little bit of a hole.
3-0 Burnley. Oh, over Huddersfield, okay. Oh, Davison wins a header there. Way. Tries a shot. I like the effort there. I like the intent from Josh Davison there. I mean, could have actually played Al-Hamadi through there. Could have played him through if he had looked up. Al-Hamadi was making a decent run off the ball, a good 4 yards ahead of Davison there. But I like the intent nonetheless from Davison. I mean, by the time Davison was like starting to wind up for the shot, that's when Al-Hamadi looked like he cleared some space for himself. But yeah. Pell brings him down. Greetings from Spain. Nice match today. Welcome along. Welcome along. Are you an AFC Wimbledon fan? Or I think the Gills have several international supporters as well. I know there is this one YouTuber. What's his? I'm trying to remember his username. Hold on, I'm 10 seconds behind. I was trying to look something up. Sean Williams going to be taking this one here.
Gills line goes towards the far post, but they all stayed onside.
Bounced off of Nightingale's head and then
They're all facing
partially cleared by Pell for a corner.
Facing back approach
Yeah, I'll do my best.
gives, an
That's what I usually do every game is like, you know, I describe some of the action and then I let the commentary do some work as well.
and say, well, we're going to turn you around, not put it too far for the keeper, and just say, well,
Because, you know, with this commentary, they do it like a radio commentary.
you deal with
So then I try to fill in the gaps.
it. It's been led to corners.
Like, in terms of specifics.
inside. Alex McDonald near post, doesn't beat the first man, they headed away.
Yeah, that was a poor corner there from the Gills. Headed away easily at the near post.
He'll play it actually back to Glenn Morris, the Gillingham goalkeeper. But they go for the sort of high line even from the goal kick there from Morris up towards Hawkins.
Ooh, goes all the way to Hawkins. Nobody wins that header from the keeper. Jeffrey's on the left.
Man touching that one back. Williams, disappointing ball in.
Very poor ball from Williams. Easily poked away by Woodyard. It was down the 18-yard box.
They're still in possession, and they're now going
Oh, McAteer has plenty of space on the right-hand side. McAteer. That's Al Hamadi. Why do I keep confusing it? That was McAteer. Fuck you, commentator. But Al Hamadi couldn't find some space. That was McAteer, and then the commentator says Al Hamadi. Sorry. Yeah, but nicely done by McAteer to drive it down. Play it to Al Hamadi down the center. Al Hamadi couldn't really find some space. That got poked away and then got cleared away eventually.
The ball coming in, left-footed ball, headed away.
Off the ball, and the ref played on.
Another player. Is that Nichols again? Nichols is down once again. Not good. Not a good sight if you're a Gills fan.
Unfortunately, that we're going to lose another one of our players, and obviously with the fact that it's Saturday, Tuesday for the next couple of weeks, there isn't much recovery time, and you know, although we've had a very good run.
I'm gonna go back to that play before. That was a nice little through ball there initially by Davison onto McAteer. McAteer takes 2 touches down the wing, takes a touch down the middle, and then tries to play it through to Al Hamadi, but then Al Hamadi, it went straight to him. Al Hamadi kind of timed his run a little early there. Al Hamadi tried to hold it up, tried to take his man on 1v1 on the right-hand side. The ball got poked away, and then Little put in a cross, and that was cleared away. So nice work by McAteer there, you know, off the ball movement, making that off the ball run, receiving it, taking it down the middle when he saw that the outside back was going to put pressure on him down the wing, cuts it back. McAteer looks lively. First start so far in the season. He's came in as a sub in 2 other fixtures, I think. But looks like a pretty decent player. Of course, he's on loan from the Leicester Academy. He's bound to be a good player, but Academy products have flopped before. Aaron Presley. Terry Ablade.
Clear the ball away, lands at the feet of Gillingham. Alexander, they get that one back, and there is O'Brien trying to run onto that one. Cleared away though by Brown, and now another Gillingham player down. This is Lapsley now down.
Lapsley is now gone to ground. Well, no foul. The referee pulls it back. It was Woodyard that went for a header, and then as he goes back, you know, his momentum with his arms, you know, swinging back, hits Lapsley in the face. Unintentional. But could have been deemed a foul. Could have been. Referee didn't blow the foul. He just blew the play dead. Imagine a 3rd substitution. Nah, he just got hit in the face. I don't think... Unless he's bleeding. That would be bad. They get like a gash over his eyebrow or something, like MMA style. That wouldn't be very good.
But Jules in the wars a little bit in this first half, and as we've said already, I think it's
Did he get cut?
a physical battle. You know, and there are going to be games like
The trainer's there. He's holding the back of his head.
Colchester without a manager, 1-0 down at home to Northampton.
Part of me feels like he did maybe get cut a little bit.
That's the sort of the boot on the other foot, isn't it? Because it wasn't that long ago that Carlisle were 4-0 down at home to Mansfield in the first half.
I've tried a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, so it's that's okay. I mean,
League 2 results. Orient 1-0 over Grimsby. Not a surprise. Carlisle 4-0. What is going on, Crawley? I don't know if you guys know this meme. There's a meme in the USA that we have here. What happened? Crawley, what happened? No, 4-0 down after half. Wow.
It's going to be, quite late. We're going to be the last game finished of our feature matches today.
And another stoppage in play. I want to go to sleep after this game's over, man. It's like 7:45 a.m. here in California. Well, let's take a look back at Lapsley. How's he doing? He's coming off now. No substitution, though. I think it's just... Yep, so he did get a cut opened up. Can confirm. Got some red on his shorts. That's a rough one. Again, it looked unintentional from Woodyard, but... You know, definitely a very unfortunate circumstance there for Lapsley. Nicely done, McAteer off the ball press. Nine minutes of stoppage time. Let's go.
4 of Wimbledon's last 7 games have been 0-0 draws. This first half has been a 0-0 in every description of the word, I would say. And now it's going down the line of stoppage of play and
but again, this is very similar to a lot of games that we've been involved in this season, where there were very few chances. This one has perhaps been a little bit more physical than some, but it's not unique by any stretch of the imagination. And your players,
Throw in for Lee Brown to take. Bit of a long one. Oh, Harry Pell. Flick on by Davis and cleared away, though, by Amer. Straight up in the air. Little wins that exchange. Harry Pell. Yeah, Almighty Little wins it like a mini flick on there, and then Pell goes up in the air. Gets a little bit of a shove from Lapsley, and of course he goes to ground. Why not? Head injury? No, he got hit in the fucking rib cage. That's not the head. McDonald like had the ball and he just kind of didn't like throw it at Pell, but kind of like just didn't drop the ball on him either. He just kind of like flicked it onto his chest like, fuck you, get up. Oh my god. you just can't get enough of Pell. Fucking shithouse 101. Fuck it, Harry Pell's not making friends with any of the fans. I think that the commentators are oblivious to the dark arts that Harry Pell usually does. Oh, Pell! Oh shit! Oh my goodness, Harry Pell with a header from the 18-yard box almost found its way into the back of the net. The keeper had to really... He was coming out for a punch, and then he came back because the center back headed it away, not fully away. And Harry Pell almost with a chip header from 18 yards out. And the keeper tips it over. Ooh. Over everyone's head. Wasn't the worst corner in the world. If it were like a little bit further away from the byline, maybe it would be a decent ball, but curved all the way out for a goal kick. I was talking about earlier that I think the commentators are oblivious to the Harry Pell dark arts, because they were saying, "Oh, Harry Pell." They were saying like, "Oh, Harry Pell not making too many friends with the Gills fans." You know, saying something along the lines of, you know, the Gills fans are very frustrated with him. I'm like, you don't even know. Every fucking fan base hates this man. Keeper clears it. Way. How do you watch this match? iFollow. It's a paid subscription service. If you live in the UK, I think you have to pay per game or per month. Per game, I think it's like £5. Per month, it's like 20. But if you live outside the UK, you can buy either a match pass, month pass, or season pass. And I do have the season pass. Hey! Foul? Alright. Bit of a midfield scrap there. First it was Al Hamadi trying to hold it up with his chest. The touch was a little too far. Tutonda tries to clear it away, but McAteer gets a little poke on there. And then similar circumstance to earlier where Tutonda tries to clear his lines and like Woodyard gets a poke and he kicks Woodyard. That's a foul. That's a foul. Yeah, that's a foul. Oh. Oh, I think the referee called a foul on Woodyard because Woodyard like just came in, charging in. I guess I don't know. That was a bit of a weird one. Plenty of stoppages though. Nightingale wins the header. Tutonda on that left-hand side here is going to try to chip a little ball in. Oh. Number 44 tries to play Lapsley through. Handball, yeah. Good little run of play there from the Gills. Top of the 18-yard box, it was one of the substitutes, Sean Williams, holding the ball up. Tries to thread it through to Jeffries. And Jeffries' touch actually was a poor one, and then it went all the way back to Tutonda. Handball by Woodyard. It's going to be a free kick for the Gills here. Very dangerous position on the near side. Got a few players inside the 6-yard box for AFC Wimbledon. Yep, good punch away there from Zanev, not fully away. Oh, McDonald's first touch gets ahead of McAteer. Oh! It was deflected and Zanev brought his top hand over, tipped it, and it went off the bar, still in play. That was a really fucking good save by Zanev. He was going towards the near post. That's where the shot was going towards. It deflected. I'm going to go back. That was such a good save. Yeah, so McDonald beats McAteer for pace, takes a shot. It bounces off of Gunter a few yards away from him. And then Zanev is already going towards that near post. And he kind of dives ahead of it because of the deflection and tips it with his top hand. Brilliant save.
Yeah, exactly. Who would have noticed some football's broken out in this game? Up it goes there towards Hawkins, who turns his man, cleared away by Wimbledon, high into the director's box. And it's going to be a throw just down in front of it. Really broken out in unfortunately.
Yeah, there was a free kick on the corner flag that was won by AFC Wimbledon after that save had been committed. Throw in for the Gills now, though.
Throw then from Alexander. That midway inside the Wimbledon half, right-hand side. It takes 2 or 3 steps back and try and get a little bit of distance on it, although a couple of short options are available. Does well. Throws that into the air.
Long throw by Che Alexander. Headed away.
Another throw to the Gills.
Yeah, another throw, though.
This time, and it does legitimately go into the place where there's a gap between the advertising hoardings. So there is a bit of a sort of metal wiring to stop them going back too far.
Che Alexander's going to be taking this one long.
He goes towards Hawkins, but by 2 players. Misses Hawkins, comes away. Emer is there as well.
Amer. Way.
3 points to England.
3 points to England. Yeah, that was way over the bar.
Emer is there as well, and it goes back to McDonald. Well,
It would have been quite something if he'd managed to emulate his effort from a few.
That one's going straight to the fucking parking lot. I feel bad for whoever's car got hit by that ball.
we may well be in the final minute of stoppage time. We're in the final minute of the allocated stoppage time. So to sum up the first half, It is 0-0, and we have had a couple of decent opportunities lately.
Oh, Al Hamadi wins the flick on, header away.
We've got to do at half-time to improve things.
Yeah, well, I just think that you know there's no doubt Wimbledon aren't going to change, and you've got to stand up and battle away with these situations and just play for those moments. And there is the half-time whistle.
There's the halftime whistle. I mean, not the most exciting first half in the world. AFC Wimbledon they played at Route 1. They played at Route 1 on a lot of occasions. And I think it was because Gillingham were playing it around, putting some pressure on them a little bit. And AFC Wimbledon, I mean, the off-the-ball movement was lacking a little bit, I feel. You know, just the overall play. Even so, though, a lot of the times when we played the long balls, we would switch it. We would switch the play. We wouldn't really play it up to Davison all that often. Davison, very quiet first half. Didn't really see much of the ball. Won like maybe 2 or 3 knockdowns, but I mean, we didn't really play it over to Davison that much. Davison also really off the ball movement lacking a little bit. McAteer, very solid, dropping deep every now and again to try to receive it and then bringing it forward. Al Hamadi was quiet, tried to hold it up a few times, tried to bring in the play, but nothing much to talk about there on Al Hamadi's part. Woodyard and Lil just kind of playing defensive, not going forward too frequently. But there aren't really moments where we have possession all that much. I mean, if you look at the stats, it's in favor of the Gills, I'd say. 55 to 45, but it didn't really feel that way. Only 115 passes all half from the Dons. So what can change here to really shake things up? I would say formation change, perhaps. Maybe have Al Hamadi play alongside Davison. Well, according to Google, that's what happened. Maybe towards the very, very end of the half. Maybe play a 4-4-2. Have Pearson come on. Maybe not right away, but you can have Pearson coming on the left-hand side. Either that or keep the 4-2-3-1 and bring on Ethan Chislett after a while for Pell, perhaps. You'd think with Pell, he'd win some knockdowns and he'd advance the play there. Pell's a little quiet too, though. Drew a couple fouls with his shithousery, but not much else aside from that. So I'd say Chislett for Pell or Pearson coming on for somebody if we change formation to a 2 up top, perhaps. But we'll see. I'll be back after these short messages. My voice cracked like 3 times in that sentence. I'll be back after these short messages.
You always have.
Everywhere I look and everywhere I go, I find you. Everywhere I run and everywhere I hide, I find you. I can't escape, can't escape, can't escape.
Oh, I'm on a truck, dude. I heard like.
I'm afraid that I won't move on if you never
We're back up. Back up and running. Let's see. Timer. I was just finishing up my breakfast. Commentary seems to be off for now. There we go.
BBC Radio Kent. Gillingham against AFC Wimbledon, every Gillingham game.
Okay.
Season live on the radio. Tuesday night we're on
There we see Jack Curry picking up a loose ball. That gets dispossessed. Nice press by Curry, though. Ooh, Che Alexander almost miscontrols. Oh, he gives it away here. Ah, foul committed by Pell. He did leave it a little bit late there. It was a square ball to Che Alexander down the middle. Alexander's first touch it was a flick that bounced off his foot, and then he tried to recover it. And he did poke it away from Pell, but then that poke away was too heavy, and so he got dispossessed. It was a foul, yeah. Yeah, Che Alexander, his touch was a little errant, but then he got there just before Davison, who was putting on the press. Former AFC Wimbledon man, of course, Che Alexander.
In midfield, it's Williams, the deepest of them all now, in place of Dieng. The other three, McDonald, Lapsley and Jeffries. And back there to Nick Sanev, the Wimbledon goalkeeper. And now it's O'Brien playing on Ollie Hawkins. The Wimbledon side is Nick Sanev in goal. Back for Chris Gunter. Nightingale, Lee Brown and Jack Curry. Midfield, Alan Woodyard, Marnie Little.
Adam Woodyard. Oh! Alhamadi wins a flick on. Che Alexander gets there first, though. Still in possession. Hey! Davison goes down. It was a header forward. I thought maybe just enough, but since it was inside the box, nothing doing. It was just a little bit of it wasn't like a push or anything. They just kind of went body to body there. Shoulder to shoulder, maybe. No! It's a little extension of the arm there, but nothing doing, I guess, from the ref. It's a throw in for the Gills here. Che Alexander opting not to go long on this one. Receives it back from Williams. Yeah, Williams tries to get a little touch over the top, over the head of Curry, and Curry forced to clear it like only 2 yards away. This time it's going to be long from Che. Nightingale wins the header. Top of the 18-yard box, though not fully away. Jeffries' shot blocked. Oh, go on there. Ah. McAteer there tried to head it ahead of him. Yeah, McAteer tried to set himself up for a run toward the final third, but it was too far ahead of him, that header, and the ball goes all the way back to Zanev after clearance. Yeah, so Dieng came off, Nichols came off in that first half. They already made 2 subs.
Yeah, that is an unfortunate side of it, isn't it? It goes forward now there by Wimbledon. Gillingham deal with it, with Lapsley getting a foot on it there towards O'Brien, and it goes out of play on that far side. It's going to be a Gills throw live on BBC Radio Kent. So if you're just joining us, we've only had 4 minutes.
Is it back to 3 subs again, or I think you can make 4, right? You can make 4 subs. I don't know. Ever since COVID, there was a certain amount of subs that you had until COVID. You can make like 6 subs during the pandemic. Or some shit like that. I don't know if it's down to 4 or 3 now.
take a lead against Taunton. Well, Ramsgate have doubled their lead, top of the table in the South, Isthmian South East. They're 2 up against Manaliges VCD.
Interesting that for Ebbsfleet and that Dartford-Oxford City game. Chance really suggesting that was a bit of a...
Headers won by both sides here. Number 6. Oh, nice challenge there by Harry Pell. Slides in to win it over Williams. Oh, Curry just tried to play a little bouncing through ball to Armani Little, and the keeper getting there just ahead of him. 60-40 challenge. Good idea there from Curry there, and Al Hamadi. Did I say Armani Little? I meant Al Hamadi making the run. Jeffries holding the ball up. Good defensive positioning though from McAteer, and Gunter putting the press on. McAteer winning the challenge. Harry Pell. Oh, ball over the top. Nice run. Al Hamadi. Al Hamadi. Top of the 6-yard box. Gets it in. It looked to me like the chance was gone a little bit. The ball was over the top to Al Hamadi. Al Hamadi gets there around the side of the 18-yard box. Takes a couple touches towards the top of the 6-yard box. It looks like the chance partially went away as number 5, the center back, recovered and was holding the ball up. He actually took faked the step over right, took it to his left, far post finish. Beautiful from Al Hamadi. Al Hamadi, man. Had an assist last time out and key pass to lead to a second goal. And now he's gotten himself on the score sheet. What a lad. It is, I don't have the timer on. 52nd minute. And it was really good work by McAteer to start the play. I'm going to be like 10 seconds behind because I want to describe the play. McAteer dispossesses. And then it was Josh Davison playing it square over to Pell. And Pell with a really good chip ball over the top with his left foot. Actually, he is left-footed. So, yeah, little chip ball over the top there to Al Hamadi. And I talked about how the off-the-ball movement was lacking a little bit in that first half, but Al Hamadi was one of the players that really was consistent with the off-the-ball movement. He made a couple runs off the ball. There was one moment where Davison took a shot on from like 24, 25 yards out when he could have maybe played it through to Al Hamadi. But nicely done there from the Iranian. Is he? Excuse me. He's Iraqi. Sorry. Iraqi. My bad. My bad. Sorry. That was my fault. Okay. Anyway, Gillingham knocking around, but they try to get it to the near side, and Curry dispossesses. Oh, nice, beautiful flick on there from Davison onto Curry. Curry taking his man on. Back to Davison, top of the 18-yard box. Take it on. Good play there. Very good play. Josh Davison with a perfectly weighted pass. That was a really good ball there from Davison. It was Curry that played it over. Yeah, Curry played it square to Little. Immediately spun off to try to make a run. Little played it over to Davison. And Davison, with a right-footed little return ball over to Curry. Gonna be a corner. Good play there. Good passage of play from the Dons. And that's what we've been missing from Jack Curry. That, that hustle, off the ball. Making those runs. And on the ball, too. Driving it forward. Putting it into good areas. Helping on the final third. Headed away. Oof. Decent effort from McAteer off the header. With it was a laced effort, but it was a good 4 yards wide of the frame. And by the way, after Al Hamadi scored that goal, immediately so many of the fans just came sprinting down over him to give him a hug. And that was very wholesome as Al Hamadi ran over to the fans and allowed the fans to swarm him. Anyway, left-hand side here now from Gills. Cross coming in. Curry goes up for it. Not fully away. Shot comes in, blocked by Curry. O'Brien on the left, defended by McAteer. Dispossesses once again. Nicely done by McAteer on the defensive end. Oh, McAteer, good pass to advance the play there. On to Al Hamadi, but Al Hamadi plays it back to Lee Brown. Bit of a reset here. Now Curry. It's a brilliant ball. Oh, headed away. O'Brien goes down. Woodyard on the challenge there on O'Brien. Adam Woodyard. Alex Woodyard.
Just keep doing the same things to some extent. I think there is four there. Towards Hawkins, he and Nightingale both up for it. It runs through to the Wimbledon goal.
Can't really celebrate too early because you know AFC Wimbledon, right? You know they have a tendency. To concede after they score. But we'll see. Hopefully we don't sit back because that was not a good look from Johnny Jackson and crew last time out.
There's still plenty of time in this game. Do you think we'll fashion something?
Heading forward for Wimbledon there. Comes to Gillingham, set ball with Williamson out to the right hand side.
Coach Alexander tries to cut it back. Foul committed there by Jack Curry after the cutback from Alexander. Curry left his arm out and tried to hold on to Che Alexander a little bit, but caught him in the face with his palm. It's a bit of a weird one. Free kick for the Gills, though. Oh, it's a good header. Great save, but nobody there. That was a good save initially by Nick Zanev. It was a good free kick. Let's see. Who won the first header? Was that Hawkins? Or one of the center backs? Around the midfield line. Zanev saves it. Great diving save. Hits the inside of the post, though, and then falls perfectly to Amer, rather. I think Amer was the one that won the header initially, and it fell perfectly back to him, top of the six, after the save made by Zanev. So it's going to be 1-1. No, it was Williams that won the header the first time out, and then Amer good positioning from him, top of the six after the save from Zanev, or top of the 6-yard box. Just easily able to slot it home, 1-1. I mean, I don't really know who to blame for that one in terms of not winning the header, because it was a good header, it was a good leap, and the free kick was perfect from McDonald. I mean, it was good pace, good area, and I think it looked to me like it was Armani Little. He didn't lose his mark, but it was just over his head. He couldn't win that one, and I think no real blame on any particular player for Wimbledon there. It was just a good free kick, good header, good leap. Very good pace on the header, and Zanev partially saves it, but not enough there to put it on like the outside of the post or anything. It was the inside of the post. Fell perfectly to Amer. Alexander now. O'Brien's going to put it in with his left foot. Nice header away there by McAteer. Once again, man. Hey, foul. Yep. McAteer's all over the place. Gotta love it.
To Wimbledon, just inside the touchline, deep inside their own half.
Very difficult to go past the referee to get to the ball there. But it was certainly it's all happening here. It's a lively atmosphere, it's fair to say. The keeper, I have to say, has probably made two pretty decent saves. Yes. He's given one against the bar.
Fuck.
It went for him. 1-0 against the post, and thankfully, from the Gills' point of view, dropped very nicely for Max.
Before there by Lapsley towards O'Brien. It's a little slip from McDonald, but he gets up in time to be able to play that.
O'Brien.
Lovely skill from him.
Nightingale gets a little flick on header, but keeps it alive for Lapsley. Instead of heading it back to the keeper, clearing it away, keeps it alive. Header away. Off the cross.
The ball away, and now comes so to Dom Jeffries for Gillingham. Now Alexander right hand side, and he's run the ball out of play. A little bit of misunderstanding.
Let's see how AFC Wimbledon can respond to this. I feel like we need to bring on...
16 minutes into the it is a completely different game.
I mean, I think we're seeing Al Hamadi playing as a striker alongside Davison. There was a formation change as I thought that we should have made, but instead I think we're playing more of like a 3 in the back now. With McAteer and Curry as like the midfielders / wingbacks. I think we could see Pearson, but I mean, Pearson will be playing on Curry's side, right? So, I mean, Curry already is playing fantastic, so I don't think we need to bring him off. Oh, Tutonda's going to head it back. The keeper had to stab it away, thankfully for the Gills. I mean, they kept possession of it. Tutonda tried to head it back to him, but it didn't go all the way back to the inside of the 18-yard box. And the keeper literally had to, like, poke it, like, stab it away. Because by the time the ball came down, McAteer was almost there. And he kind of just stabbed it away, but thankfully for them, they win a free kick. Pell just kind of pulls Williams back as Williams tried to advance the play.
Some of us had the foresight to bring sunglasses with us. I would just point out.
Are these glasses turned into sunglasses?
No, afraid not. No, we've substituted the glasses for these tropical conditions here in Medway.
Exactly. Frank Allenton to be fine. It's very Florida-like. Out goes over to the left-hand side for Gillingham, but O'Brien can't keep it in play, and it's going to be a Wimbledon throw.
I think if he had, he'd have been offside. Actually, made the run round beyond the defenders. So, probably a throw.
Nothing doing from the free kick there, though.
Tropical conditions here in Medway.
Exactly. Frank Allenton to be fine. It's very Florida. Gone in the second half here, and there the second half.
Alhamadi wins a little flick on. Amani Little plays a nice little ball over to Curry's first touch. Way heavy, way heavy.
Wins it again for Gillingham on the right-hand side. Played forward there by Alexander. Up towards O'Brien. But it's cut out, though, by Lee Brown. Out of play. Gills throw. They take it quickly.
Oh, they took the quick throw here. Corner flag now. They're holding it up here on the corner.
Corner flag. And he just managed to get a ball in. It's still Alex O'Brien. Good play there from Hawkins. And O'Brien bounces it off the player.
Somehow he was able to keep that in. I mean, Hawkins was holding it up on the corner flag, and then he somehow just drives the ball down the byline. O'Brien was holding it up, and now it's a corner. It's going to be a good chance for the Gills here. The Gills fans are making their voices heard, that's for sure. They are very loud today. Oh, punched away by Zanev. McAteer on the counter, maybe? Oh. Alexander was able to track back and stop it. Good defending there by Gunter. What? He's gone down easy. It looked to me like it was a throw-in for the Gills. Gunter thought it was going to be called for them. Gunter chased after the ball with Lapsley already holding on to it. Kind of charges into Lapsley a little bit, but Lapsley goes down. Gunter was chasing after the ball. And then bumps into Lapsley. Lapsley goes to the ground, maybe milking that one. I think it's just going to be a warning here for Or it's going to be a yellow card for Gunter. I mean, I can understand. He was really trying to get that ball back. He, like, charged towards Lapsley. It's a cross, top of the 6-yard box, headed away by Nightingale. Che Alexander with an absolute motherfucking worldie. Unreal, dude. It was a good header away by Che Alexander. I'm sorry, by Will Nightingale. And Che Alexander first time volley, bottom corner, with the laces, dude. Of all players to score, it's Che motherfucking Alexander. Actually fucking unreal, dude. I mean, this, in this instance of conceding 2 goals, I don't think it's as controversial or as frustrating as the Harrogate one. As I don't think we were sitting back necessarily, but the Gills, you know, had a good spell, 10 minutes, putting pressure. They took their chances. That's all I have to say about that one. You know, maybe could have done a little bit better in the first goal to try to head it away. That time around, it was good defense by crossed low and hard. Nobody there to poke it away, but Al Hamadi on the far post tries to get it back, but Tutonda dispossesses him. Yeah, it was Jack Curry initially with that cross in. Nobody was there, though. It was a bit of a quick one that nobody expected to be put in. Fuck, dude. I think we need Chislett. Chislett and Pearson. Might as well while we're at it. Pell comes off. Pell off. Pell comes off, for sure. It would be hard to justify taking Curry off, though. I would say Chislett for Pell right now. We don't really have a backup striker. We have Al Hamadi and Davison, really, so. Oh! Oh! The corner kick came in. The keeper came out. Not convincingly. He tried to punch it away. Misses it. It was partially cleared away. Pell with the first time header back towards frame. And then it was partially cleared. Curry with the volley. And it was out of play. I think he volleyed it out of play there, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, just so many numbers inside the 6-yard box. Harry Pell with a header off of a partial clearance. Tries to head it back towards goal, but, you know, too many bodies.
2019, there you go. Wow, a few Gillingham players are scoring their first goals for many years. When Sean Williams scored, that was his first goal for, I think, 3 years as well. Tutonda scored his first goal for 3 years, and the win over Colchester as well. So, yeah, so who's left now? So Masterson?
The starting 11, well, starting 10 players, yeah. Masterson was the only one that hadn't scored so far this season. And obviously, you know, O'Brien, in fairness to him, he's been at the stage of his Jules career.
Well, he played that.
Why does my screen say 2-1? Because it is 2-1. It is 2-1, bro. Gillingham are leading right now. Che Alexander with an absolute fucking worldie of a strike, dude. From like 22 yards out. Header away by Will Nightingale off of a cross. And Che Alexander just laced it bottom corner. Like, just, what can I say? Fucking A.
So just a reminder that we had such a long first half due to the 2 injuries to Dieng and Nichols that we're only 24 minutes into the second half here. Still 20 minutes of this to go. 20 minutes for the Gills to hang on, plus stoppage time. There might be a bit of that too. But at the moment they are ahead, having come from behind to lead this game. They've just given away a free kick deep inside their own half, which the goalkeeper will
the right decision. It was a foul there, but there's one of the Wimbledon players got a problem here. Is it Nightingale? No, not Nightingale.
That's Woodyard, but he sort of knelt down, and the referee's just checking his elbow. Now the person's come off his elbow. Now the person's come on to treat him, even though he feels he doesn't need any treatment.
I think I'm not sure if this is
Have to go off. It is going to be a substitute. So Ethan Chisnett is going to come on.
Yep, Chislett coming on as expected. Woodyard's coming off though.
and the first change of the afternoon.
Bit of a knock there from Woody, but also I think just for fresh legs. Yeah, Woodyard has been put under the ringer for sure. He's put in a lot of work for us. But I would imagine since Woody's coming off,
Just changing the shape a tiny bit.
I would say a 4-4-2 diamond now with Curry. No, I don't think it's a diamond. No, it's like a 4-2-2-2. I don't even know, dude. If Woodyard's coming off, who's going to be playing as a holding mid alongside him? McAteer, maybe. 4-1-3-2. Pell's going to drop back, I think, maybe more defensive, I'd say. Who's playing defensive mid alongside? I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to take a look. Oh, Chislett already tries to get stuck in, but McDonald taking a few touches forward. Through ball. O'Brien on the left. Shot straight at Zanev, thankfully. I was going to say Will Nightingale was coming back to try to track back, but he gets beat off of the cutback. Curry has space. Now Gillingham are sitting back. What can Chislett do on the left? And Jack Curry is able to win a throw.
Williams was trying to persuade the ref he'd been fouled. I know if wasn't having any of it. I think Williams realises he's getting nowhere with that one. So long throw for the visitors.
Long throw here. Header away. Cleared away.
Really good since he's come on towards the end of the first half due to the injury to Tom Nichols. And he's certainly saying to the manager that I can play, I could be a regular.
Well, that's what you want, isn't it? You know, I mean, the manager took the decision to bring him in last Saturday. Found himself on the bench today, and he's come on absolutely the right reaction.
Brown with the cross. Oh! Davison chested it down. Al-Hamadi was deemed to be offside after Davison chested it down. Al-Hamadi tried to poke it far post, and the keeper collected it anyway.
7,453 the attendance here, that a decent attendance.
Yeah, and just over 900 away fans.
And that's a good effort as well.
Oh, 900 away fans. Well, I was so far off. That's because there are some fans over here where the camera can't pick it up either.
Strangely, these two clubs met in the
On the near side.
of the season, once in the League Cup and once in the league. Like the first meeting was as early as July.
Well, that finished up 2-2 effectively, didn't it? So we lost the league game 2-0 and won the League Cup tie 2-0.
Yes.
So I suppose we're 4-3 up on aggregate now. Then. Away goals don't count double.
Exactly, and not in any football anywhere anymore, unfortunately. Years to come, we'll be telling our children and grandchildren.
Nightingale's going to switch the play here. Lee Brown has plenty of space. See if he can... Okay. Tries to play Harry Pell, but he got dispossessed there. Oh, square ball got dispossessed by McAteer. McAteer's done plenty of that so far, but he gets dispossessed. Too slow. Too slow to make the pass there. It was McAteer. He cut off... It was nicely done for him to cut off the pass. His first touch kind of let him down, to be fair. He waited for the ball to come down to his feet. Tried to play it forward, bounced off, and then... Yeah.
Cannot afford to make contact. I think that Jeffrey's an undoubted
in a decent position.
So it's going to be a free kick here for the Gills. After a counter-attack was stopped by McAteer.
He wins it straight back. Well played, Ollie Hawkins, having atoned for his error. And Jeffrey's got position. Okay, there's nobody else forward, and there's three defenders back. But unfortunately, he gives the ball away, and he wins it straight back.
Hawkins.
Beamer sort of running between that high line. Hawkins also available too.
Headed away by Curry.
The last defender is the one to clear it away. Second ball almost won by Tutonda.
Oh, that's such a good ball to Tutonda.
On the left-hand side.
That was a good little passage of play there by Gillingham.
Everybody
Tutonda wins the header over Al-Hamadi there in like the midfield area. Al-Hamadi wins a header afterwards, but then it was a header towards our own goal. And then it was O'Brien that kind of got a little flick over there from over his head. And Tutonda was making the run. And then he takes a shot on. It was like 5 yards over the bar anyway, but it was good play from O'Brien. Header won by the Gills, but it falls perfectly to Little. Curry takes it to his right, back to his left, then to Brown. Good off-the-ball movement by Curry, but Brown plays across instead. I was going to say, play him through, man. Header away, not fully away. You know Brown's going to try to put it back in. Harry Pell in the back post, maybe. He goes to ground. Fuck. Yeah, Harry Pell looked to me like he went to ground as the cross was played in, or right before the cross was played in. So the intended target was unfortunately on the ground by the time a cross was played in. What? Oh, Jane. Okay. I thought that was Pierre. I'm like, why are we bringing Pierre on? What the fuck? Okay, it's Psycho Jane. And Pearson. Okay, Pearson and Jane on for Davison and McAteer. I think Davison coming off, that's a good one. I think play one up top now. It's a good sub. I think that, you know, for once Johnny Jackson actually makes some decent subs. Josh Davison was once again quiet today. So I think now we're transitioning more into like a 4-2-3-1, I would imagine. With, I think, Woodyard and perhaps Pell playing a little more defensive now. But I would expect Pell to maybe like track up and back. Pearson, Chislett, and Jane, I think, might be those attacking mids that we're seeing. Well, Pell's going to be in and out for sure. He's definitely going to join the attack for sure. He's already joining the attack here. Hey! A long ball from Chislett. Push from behind on Pell. Obviously, you know, he does have a little bit of tendency to dive there, but that was a little shove in the back there. A little shove in the back there on Harry Pell. It didn't look like he extended the arm, though. It just looked like a little mini shove. It didn't look like he actually full-on pushed him, though, so. It was a good run from Pell, though. Yeah, you know, fair play to the ref there. He's not giving into peer pressure, that's for sure. Jana gets in the challenge. We have a chance to advance the play now. Nicely done by Harry Pell on the square ball. Brown. Play back to Chislett. Play back. Yes. Okay, go Chiz. Down the center. Square to Pell. Pearson down the right. That's a great challenge by Tutonda, pardon. Pearson just a little bit too long to make a decision with what to do. Took a couple step overs, but
It's fair to say. Well, certainly, I think I'm not sure whether Tutonda is apologising to Hawkins because having made that really well-timed challenge, it was a horrid ball down the line. You know, he's just got to feed it down the touchline, keep it in play, and he's put it out. As I say, he's had a pretty strange second half there with Tutonda. You know, there are times where his defensive play can be interesting. So he looks at his Pell's race run.
Pell's down. Well, let's take a look at some results around the league, see if we can find some kind of solace. Plenty of goals going around. 5-2 Carlisle Crawley. 5-1 Salford Mansfield. 3-1 Walsall Hartlepool. Plenty of goals going around here. 2-2 Grimsby Leyton Orient. Wow. But definitely not good results. Barrow, Swindon, Sutton, Bradford, all ahead of us and all winning their respective fixtures. We are a proper mid-table side, lads. Is that George Marsh? George Marsh is coming on now. So he's coming on for Pell. As a defensive mid, of course. He's going to be playing alongside Woodyard. So now I'm presuming a 4-2-3-1. Which is not a terrible formation to use, but we gotta create something on those wings. We really gotta create on those wings. I mean, Pearson coming on, Janet coming on. We'll see. Long ball over, headed away. George Marsh on possession.
It's over to yours now. You know, are we going to play a defence against attack last 10 minutes and just sit?
Curry's playing pretty high, so I think we're playing in a 3, not a 4. Oh. Oh, decent effort from Curry. Brown. Decent effort from Curry with his weak foot there as Chislett brought it from left all the way down to center and then plays a little incisive pass over to Curry. And Curry takes a touch to his right down the center. Near post, beat it away by the keeper. And Lee Brown with the second effort there, side netting. That was clever there from Chislett there to play that little pass, like in under pressure, threads it through to Jack Curry. Instead of a 4-2-3-1, it's more like a 3-4-2-1. It was nicely done by Nightingale as Hawkins was trying to hold it up and Nightingale just able to make it tough for him physically. I'm 10 seconds behind for now. Marsh receiving the throw. It's going to be a throw. Gunter goes for it. Nice cross, Gunter. Oh, collected.
Gunter showed really good technique there actually, but he couldn't really get his foot around enough of the ball that it was a fairly comfortable catch in the end for the Jules keeper. There's George Lapsley just trying to... Been a bit peripheral to the game, George Lapsley. That's in the second half, yeah. And, you know, it's been occasions of blood and thunder for once rather than thud and blunder.
Well, Gillingham are sitting back, but they're not sitting all the way back. You know, they're allowing us to get into the final third, but then they... Okay. Chislett back over to Brown. Back to Chiz. Decent ball. Not fully away. Back to Chiz. Brown. Knockdown. Cleared away. Now they're sitting back. Gillingham. Inviting pressure. Where can I watch the game? iFollow. It's a paid subscription service, unfortunately. They're not broadcasting this on the telly. I just think we're lacking a little bit in creativity. I mean, we're doing a good job in getting the final third, knocking around, and off-the-ball movement's better in this half than it is the first half, but lacking a little bit in final third creativity. We're playing a lot of balls in the box. Every now and again, we try to drive it to the center and take a couple shots on, you know. Jack Curry had one of those. Free kick. Yeah, decent spot for the free kick to be taken here.
But the potential match winner would be JaggyDons.
Well, who knows?
But the game's not over yet. There's still work to do here. I'm sure Wimbledon are just getting the kitchen sink ready to throw in. Jules look like we're going to make another change any moment, but not a defensive free kick, that's for sure.
You wouldn't have thought so, but let's see what happens from this. It's going to be Lee Brown to take it.
I wonder if we're going to go to the side of the pitch. Looks like Wright's being prepared.
That would make sense, wouldn't it, to do that? Maybe sacrifice someone like Jeffries or Lapsley maybe, but let's just see what happens to this free kick then from the left-hand side.
It's a decent one. Nightingale goes up.
It's Nightingale to Tonda just
He wins it, but it bounced off the shoulder of Tutonda
touched right by the corner flag.
and cleared away for a throw.
There it goes. Wimbledon head with first. It's Nightingale to Tonda. Throws it over the head of Pearson to the first way player. In fact, only straight to the man.
Long throw from Jack Curry here, yes.
Here it goes now from the right-hand side.
Header away, not fully away, straight up in the air. Nightingale tries to flick it back in. Nobody wins it, though. He misses the header. All the way back up in the air. Keeper's going to collect on. Armani Little tried to play back into the danger area, but nothing doing.
Fantastic noise inside Priestfield, particularly from the Raynham end. Trying to cheer the team home with about 3 minutes to go plus stoppages. Good ball from I thought McDonald found
Nice switch to play here. Jack Curry has space. They don't have too many numbers on the left-hand side. Can Curry take advantage of that? Middle to Chiz. Marsh, take it on. Oh, blocked. The pressure's being put on here by the Dons. I mean, I don't think they've played like super. Hold on. I don't think they've been playing poorly enough to be down 2-1 right now. But Gillingham just took their chances, you know. It's going to be McDonald coming off, the veteran, coming on for Will Wright, number 4.
There's still work to do, so the game is not decided yet, that's for sure. So one assumes that Jules Wright will go and sit alongside Emer and Masterson as a defensive trio.
Come on. Armani Little. That's a good corner. Headed away. Chiz blocked. Gunter switches the play way up in the air. Armani Little wins the flick on. Or it was Al-Hamadi. And Nightingale tries a volley from 20 yards out, way over the bar. 3 points for England. Imagine if Nightingale just scored a fucking volley from outside the danger area. That's what Che Alexander did earlier in the game. It's unfortunate that he's not a part of AFC Wimbledon anymore. Wrong team. Wrong team.
So you think there'll be 4 or 5 minutes, so still a bit to do.
Live on BBC Radio, Ken. We will go to our other featured games when this one finishes to find out how they ended. But the most recent scores we had were Maidstone Gates in 1 apiece and Dartford, Oxford City 0-0. Gillingham in possession, left-hand side. One of them goes straight towards goal and does try and keep the ball for as long as possible. It's Williams there, but he's ball taken off him there by Marsh. Forward ball there, going forward. Morris is going to be careful, will be careful. And with great composure, clears that one high and long. Wimbledon headed back forward. And,
I would imagine 5 minutes of stoppage time. That's just my prediction.
So free kick to the visitors, midway inside their own half though. Here comes the 4th official with about 10 seconds of the
1.
45 to go.
Come on, boys. I mean, we've been putting the pressure on these last 10 minutes. We just got to find that gilt-edged opportunity. We've had 2 pretty decent chances all game. Plays it forward to Jeffries here. Jeffries is probably just going to hold it on the corner flag. He doesn't have too much support. George Marsh gets a sliding challenge in. Yeah, initially it was George Marsh that tried to challenge O'Brien in their final third for the header. O'Brien flicks it on and starts the counterattack as George Marsh obviously was out of position.
There's Hawkins running free on the left-hand side. Top defender.
Can you say Wimbledon is pro?
Gillingham players going forward. That would seem to be the suggestion.
Interesting question. Yes, they are technically a professional team. They're a mid-table League 2 side though, so that's not fun to watch.
Ultimately, we are going to put it in, but there's no one. I think the defenders are all saying we're staying at home. So,
Couldn't have put it any better, my friend.
I think now
We're up. Oh shit! What do we do now? Like I said earlier, I don't think
just no silly offsides here.
I don't think this moment, this little lapse of conceding 2 goals is as frustrating as the one before. Because that one, we just sat back the whole time, invited pressure. Tactics were not there. This time, I mean, there was a spell of 10 minutes where we were being put under pressure by the Gills. And the Gills took their chances pretty effectively. That free kick was well put in. Good header. Second goal was just Jay Alexander somehow just finding the magical horseshoe and blasting it in the bottom corner from a half volley.
We have 4 minutes of stoppage time still to go. Gillingham leading Wimbledon by 2 goals to 1. Gillingham with possession back, but it's Jeffries who plays that one forward. Wimbledon will just let it go out.
I still think Gillingham are a bit of the better side throughout the game, but AFC Wimbledon have had their moments in the final third. They just haven't really, like I said, only created 2 like somewhat decent chances, but the keeper was able to deal with them.
Exactly what you mean. It's played along by Sanev, and Williams wins it in midfield, and it's played forward there by Wimbledon. But Williams plays that one long, looking for Hawkins. One at the back by Wimbledon. Pearson over the top of his head. A Gillingham head to it there with Jeffries, and it's a free kick. Wimbledon foul by Jeffries on the Wimbledon player Amani Little. So they will have a free kick. He's made a miraculous recovery.
3 minutes to go in stoppage time.
But it's 2.5 minutes into the 5 of stoppage time. Can Gillingham just hold out for another 3 points that will take them 7 points clear of the...
Chislett again takes it to the center. Nobody's on him. Johnny. Chislett's been a problem so far in this game for Gillingham, but cleared away there is Johnny. Johnny tried to play it over to the other side, but dispossessed. Headed away. Johnny top the 18. Or the penalty area. Pearson. Good off the ball movement by Pearson. He receives it back. He's inside the penalty area. Back out to Johnny. He's off. He's off. Ollie Hawkins through. Nope. No red, please. Yellow card. Okay. They played it through over to Hawkins, but Hawkins a little too slow as a striker. George Marsh comes back, recovers possession, and kind of runs his shoulder into the chest of Hawkins as Hawkins tried to take a touch past him. Yellow card only for George Marsh, but still, they're going to run down the clock now, and they might just... Yeah, it's either going to be played short and out towards the corner flag and shielded out, or they might actually, for some reason, try to take it on. But regardless, taking a lot of precious time off the clock. It is a shooting chance, though. I wouldn't be surprised if they did an overlapping run and try to shield it in the corner flag, though.
Will surely fancy his chances here of putting a little bit of icing on the cake. I don't think the other players there's naturally thinking, hang on a minute, I can take a free kick if need be. I don't think you're going to get much chance. No. But, 25 yards from goal, just to the left of centre, crying out for a right footer over the wall.
And will this absolutely seal it in the last minute of injury time? It's Will.
Oh, he did take it on, but it's out for a corner.
Keep possession with a corner.
Yeah, I think it's over, guys.
Well not to be an attacking.
What an absolute shame.
There's no point.
No. And it's the other thing is the Raymond just keep
Yeah, we're stuck mid-table, boys. I think that's the furthest we'll go. I did say we would probably get maybe finish 10th. Even 10th is a bit of a far cry.
And I think he was just going to be careful, don't get any silly yellow cards. But the Rainer made a fantastic voice. And I think the ball's going to be given to Hawkins, and
Yeah,
so just take a buffeting.
There you go. Just keep it there. And while he's there, the referee will blow the full-time whistle because we've had 95 minutes and the referee is now indicating that Wimbledon are back in possession. Oh, you don't see that given very often, do you? But it is a free kick. Right, back to their goalkeeper. Down.
Okay.
Is there even time to get it up the field? We've had
Is there time to get it up the field?
the stoppage time. 95 played in this game.
They win possession back anyway.
With Alexander. Good play. But Wimbledon back in possession. And again, the referee does not blow. And it goes
Lee Brown lumping it up.
right, heads that one forward. Wimbledon's last chance of the game. And they won't get it because there is the full-time whistle.
Well, there it is. Confirmation of yet another disappointing result and disappointing second half. I mean, hold on. Okay, I was trying to make sure I cleared the scoreboard. I mean, Paul, you put it best, man. We're up. Oh shit, what do we do now? I don't think it was as frustrating of a 2-goal concession spell as the Harrogate game. Because against Harrogate, we did genuinely sit back. It was a change of tactics. And parking the bus did not work. You know, and we just got caught on the second goal, obviously, against Harrogate. But this time around, I mean, the Gills were solid that second half. I got to give credit to them. I thought they played pretty well. They knocked it around. You know, when they switched the play, they had numbers forward. They had support. It was a very good header on the first goal from the free kick, won by their substitute, Sean Williams. It was a good header, good leap. I don't know who exactly was marking him because it was kind of hard to see with all the hustle and tussle going around in the area. It was a good header, though. And Zanev got a decent save on it, tipped it, but just on it hit the inside of the post, so it fell perfectly to Aimer. And then they just kept putting the pressure on. Eventually, their second was scored by Che Alexander, of all players, you know? What can you do? It was a cross, good header away by Nightingale, who I thought had a decent game all around. Maybe one or two instances where he tried to track back defensively, and then they cut it back, and he got beat on the cutback. But I thought Nightingale had a 7 overall, 7.5 overall, did decent, won some headers, put some pressure on some of their strikers. I thought Hawkins and Nichols were both very quiet. Well, Nichols came off because of injury. Hawkins did a little bit better in the second half, though. You know, shielding it, holding the ball up. And Hawkins did draw the foul toward the last couple minutes. Anyway, Nightingale headed it away. Che Alexander volley from 22 yards out. Decent amount of pace. It wasn't like an absolute belter, but decent amount of pace. And the placement was good right in that bottom corner. Tucked it in. And Zanev perhaps could have done... Maybe... I'm not going to blame Zanev for that one because it was a decent volley. But Che Alexander, of all players... I'm looking back at it real quick. Maybe the positioning from Zanev was a little bit iffy. He was placed around the middle of the goal when the ball was just slightly out of center from when Che Alexander hit it. So maybe Zanev's positioning was a little left to be desired there, but it was still a good volley, good finish, bottom corner, from Che Alexander. I mean, I don't think we deserved the win anyway. I think, if anything, I think a draw would have been the fair result, but I still think Gillingham were the slightly better team on the day. I thought they took care of possession a little bit more. Well, I mean, pass accuracy. Our pass accuracy was a little bit better. But, I mean, when they were in the final third, I think they were just a little bit more convincing. There were a couple moments where we created some half chances or impending half chances with, Curry taking it down the center. There was one moment where he actually took a shot on with his weak foot, with his right foot, down low to the keeper's right and beat it away. And Curry was fantastic, man. That's what we needed. That's what we were missing from Curry. Him advancing the play, getting into the final third. I think he looked very positive today, Jack Curry. But he had one of those chances where he blasted it with his weak foot, actually, bottom corner, beaten away by the keeper. Chislett looked positive, too, as he came on. Obviously, with fresh legs, if he had started the game, maybe he would have fizzled out towards the end. But I think he did good. Most of the time, he tried to cut it to his right foot instead of taking to his left and crossing it. But yeah, also off the ball movement was slow in that first half. I think in the second half it got better. Al-Hamadi off the ball movement was very good throughout the game. Really, there were a couple moments where he could have been played through, especially from Josh Davison taking a shot from distance, 25 yards out in like around the 20th minute. If he picked his head up, he would have found Al-Hamadi making that run. He could have played him through. Davison, another quiet game. Got taken off eventually, which I think was the right decision. We changed formation to like a 3-4-2-1 or 4-2-3-1. I mean, Curry was pretty high, so I would imagine we played a 3. I mean, it's a rough loss, Tough one to swallow. We didn't deserve the win. I think it should have been maybe a draw, though, best case scenario. But the Gills, they played okay today. I mean, the first half, both teams were really slow to come out of the gates. That was a very boring first half. But credit to McDonald, going forward, the number 7, going forward, playing it to the outside mids. And then, Aiden O'Brien, the substitute, the center mid, never got dispossessed once. Dished it out to some of their players. I think he was also a solid player for them. We had a hard time dealing with their midfield in the second half. We couldn't dispossess them. They were tough. They played it out to the wide areas. It's hard to dispossess them. We played defensively, not because we were sitting back, but because Gillingham were good in possession in that second half. But still, I don't think we deserved to win. Going through the list in terms of individual performances, Zanev was an 8. He made a couple of pretty good saves today. One of which was a deflection off of a long shot in the first half, and he had to bring his top hand over, tipped it off the bar. Good save. Little bit of meh positioning for the second goal there though. Brown, 7. Couple good balls in the box, but nothing much to talk about. Nightingale was 7.5. I thought he did okay. Gunter was I want to say 6.5. Curry was an 8. 7. Woodyard, 6.5. McAteer was a 9. I thought he played 8.5. I think he maybe got dispossessed a couple times, but there were moments where he dispossessed. There was moments that he got forward. He looked lively. Pell was a 5. Pell was non-existent. Al-Hamadi was a 7.5. No, 8 actually, because he scored. Davison was a 6. No, I'd say 5.5. Jane, 6 after he came on. Chislett, 8. Pearson only really had the ball once or twice. 7. Marsh, 7.5. Not much to talk about. I don't really know what else to say. I mean, there wasn't much to talk about aside from the fact that we conceded 2 goals yet again. I mean, it was a spell of 10-15 minutes from Gillingham in which they played very well. They took their chances. They won the header from the free kick. I don't think any of us lost our mark from that first free kick per se. It was just a really whipped-in ball. Very good leap in the air from whoever won that header, Sean Williams. Little was close to that one. I thought maybe we could have done a little better. I mean, the tactics from Jackson, I mean, I don't think the tactics were really too much to blame in this particular outing. I mean, we did play Route 1 a lot in the first half. We didn't really do much with the Route 1 stuff. I thought we could have played it to Davison more if we would have played Route 1. Second half, we played a little less Route 1. We started playing it around a little bit. Of course, after we conceded 2, we started to play more direct again, more Route 1. The crosses, we put in a couple of decent crosses. I mean, Brown put in some good balls. Curry put in a couple good balls. There was one where he drove it down the 6-yard box and nobody was there. I mean, it was a quick one. There was another one where Brown, put in a ball towards the back post. Pell wasn't there because he went to ground early. I don't know. But, some good deliveries. Couldn't capitalize, though. Couple of shots that were blocked inside the 18-yard box from Chislett, from Curry. Couple half chances from the Don. So it wasn't a horrible performance all around. Just sucks that we conceded another 2. That's just typical from AFC Wimbledon. We really need to just the mental fortitude, man. I don't know what to say. But yeah, thank you guys.